Boze, have you ever Googled like health symptoms before?
This is a loaded question. Have I convinced myself that I've had some of the worst diseases in the world, ended up in the emergency room, and like been arguing with the doctors? Absolutely. Did I stop doing that at 22? Yes.
I thought you were gonna say no.
Oh, no, I have. After I got hit with those hospital bills, I was like, if I die, I die. But how can Chat GPT help me out of this?
I had to like look at 2 different articles to make sure that this was correct. But this is how ChatGPT can help you because it's actually correct, or it can be. So there was a 4-year-old boy who during COVID, he had one of those like bounce houses and he injured himself. And from the moment that he injured himself, he started like grinding his teeth. He was chewing on random things, and then it got worse. He was in a lot of pain. He stopped growing, and this is a 4-year-old kid, so 4-year-olds should be like growing a ton. And eventually started dragging his legs. The mom freaks out, takes this kid to 17 different doctors over 3 years.
Oh my God.
I mean, this kid is on Motrin every day. They can't find a cure, nothing. It's really bad, getting MRIs and everything.
Question. Is Motrin for babies?
I mean, a 4-year-old's not a I don't know. I'm not a baby and I don't have one.
I was just thinking about how I feel like back in the day, my mom used to be like, get the Motrin. But one day the Motrin days just stopped. And then it was the Tylenol days. So I just don't know if Motrin's for babies.
Motrin sounds like it's for kids. Like I have never heard of an adult who's like, I need a Motrin right now.
Oh, I know. What do you got? Tylenol, Advil, Aleve, Motrin.
Motrin? Are you a baby, sir? Motrin. You need a Motrin?
Isn't there like that orange flavored Motrin that's really good? Am I tripping right now?
Children's Motrin. You know that just one dose brings that fever down fast.
Like
Motrin's got like a red labeling.
It's
I
like
think
orange.
We're gonna be totally wrong about this. I bet.
Dude, no, Motrin is orange, and they're.
No, dude, Motrin's red.
Who is taking Oh my God, it's literally just ibuprofen. I guess it's just not popular.
Maybe it's popular in like Canada or something.
All right, I'm sorry.
We're gonna get some international folks being like, no, Motrin's the best.
I messed up your whole thing. I can't believe this. I was like, I have not had Motrin since I was a little baby.
Well, this is a little baby. I mean, he was 4 years old, but for 3 years. Okay, so he's 7 years old now. They've gone to 17 doctors. They don't know what's going on. He's still in pain this entire time. So then the mom is just out all this money, going to doctors and everything. So she's now like, I don't know, ChatGPT's a thing. Let's put in all the information.
Oh my God.
And lo and behold, ChatGPT got it right. It
no
says,
way.
Yeah. So there's like something called tethered cord syndrome.
What?
And ChatGPT kind of compiled everything that the mom said. Like, this is what we saw in the MRI, whatever, all the symptoms. And ChatGPT's like, it might be tethered cord syndrome. They see a specialist and it's right on the money.
What? I'm looking at the symptoms.
It's basically his belly button was off put. He had a little like indentation over his like butt. And all the doctors missed these things, but it basically is like a twisted, I don't know.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
That is like genuinely fascinating. You're telling me that I could have been self-diagnosing with a robot for all these years? Eventually, I feel like the robot would get personified and be like, Boze, it's just a panic attack. And I'd be like, no, it's not. I'm dying. You never had that?
You know, one of these days, I feel like we should like play around with ChatGPT and see if it can diagnose a panic attack like correctly. Like, I think that would be interesting just to kind of like see, like, you give it all the symptoms and see if it will. But yeah, I mean, this was like a really happy sort of thing. And I think it doesn't mean that it should be replaced. I think like just like, you know, Googling what is this mole or whatever it is, which I have absolutely done. I think it should be, you know, with a little bit of caution. It can totally get things wrong, and rather than being like super anxious about it, like, yeah, go see a specialist about it. There's a PhD guy named Andrew Beam, who's like a professor at Harvard. He says, I do think ChatGPT can be a good partner in that diagnostic odyssey it has read literally the entire internet. It may not have the same blind spots as the human's physician does. And I like that. People are people. We forget stuff.
Yeah, you say that in a really nice way. I have learned in life that some doctors are bad.
I am a surgeon!
They either suck at their job or they got into being a doctor for like the trophy of it. And you know who knows this really well? A lot of nurses. Like a nurse can sniff out a good doctor versus a bad doctor real fast. Because some people, I've worked with attorneys, I've heard stories about doctors, but I've worked very close proximity to attorneys. It is mind-numbing how many people get into professions that affect real people that don't care about the job. They care about the prestige of the job. Like, I'm a doctor that went to this Ivy League, or I'm an attorney that went to this, and I'm part of this Beverly Hills Association, and I'm this, and this. And they don't give a fuck about their clients. They have their assistants or their nurses working on everything, and they're not checking over anything, not doing anything. It's astounding. And like, I don't know if I'm tripping over this, but when I was a kid, I was raised to think doctor good. Doctors are good, you know? I never thought as an adult that I'm gonna have to go through 4 different doctors and figure out which one's actually the best, which understand, like, I never thought I would have to do that, but we have to, apparently.
It's also, the scary thing is, like, you can become a doctor and get, like, C's all around, probably, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's still passing. So you don't know which type of doctor you're getting as far as like grades go and how much they actually know. And also, doctors are people. People can be petty. People can be tired. People can be, you know, like you said, not really passionate about their job. So maybe they're not going to look into a problem as deep as they possibly could to really truly help somebody. They're like, oh, I mean, how many times have we been in doctor's offices where it's like, oh, it's 10 minutes. That's your time.
Yeah, and also, okay, here's something. Tell me if you're opposed to this. I would not be mad at a doctor that used ChatGPT to help diagnose me, but then he has the wherewithal to run these tests, run the appropriate financial test, like, because these tests cost a lot of money too. Like, sometimes doctors are saying, okay, let's draw 12 vials of blood, give you 25 different tests, and then they still come up with nothing, you know? But I would not be mad if like ChatGPT could help a doctor narrow it down. They do like 4 or 5 very specific tests. It costs me less money, costs me less blood. I'm into it.
I think that with more and more tech, and I know Google is coming out, or they're continuing to like test and accrue information for something called MedPalm, and that is like a specific ChatGPT type of large language model specifically designed for like medical questions. So like it is happening, where I do think that hopefully it means that it's going to be like more affordable. It'll be the first line of questioning for the things that you have, and maybe it means like, yeah, this is the specialist that you should see. But to your point, like, I hope that it means that that there's more affordability for doctors, and maybe doctors will be like more equipped to handle more patients because they're less like burnt out. I don't know. I want it to be a helpful tool, not a way for doctors to be like, ChatGPT's got it, we're fine.
I know. But I mean, it goes back into like part of what we've talked about as like part of our mission. And by mission, you guys listening, like, look, Mari and I, yes, we run the podcast, we talk about this, we're just chilling, having a good time. But like ultimately, we want to like work on like a product or something like within our company that helps humans come together with AI, and not in a way that overshadows humans and puts them out of work, but really truly assists us, and we work hand in hand, you know? And that's something that we're always thinking about. And I feel like a lot of the opinions you guys hear, they go through that lens of, okay, is this overpowering humans? Is it throwing them in the trash? Is it allowing humans to be too lazy? Like that's what we be thinking about. We do.
Not replacing, but like empowering.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, it's got to get there. Otherwise, we're boned, man.
Boned.
We are.
I love it. Dude, we're boned. That's
boned.
so good.
We're T-boned.
Bro, I'm bringing that back. I'm going to start saying, I'm going to be like, dude, I'm boned. Like, yeah. Did you just do that one off the cup? Mari, I didn't know. Yeah, man, y'all know she was from San Fran, and she boned. I don't know.
I've got some weird slang that I feel like it has not run through my body yet. Sometimes I still say gnarly, even though I've never been like a surfer or a skateboarder. I don't know. Maybe I still have crushes on like surfer boys or something. I'm not really sure, but I say gnarly all the time.
Gnarly's a good one. Gnarly, it has stood the test of time. Boned is also a really good one.
I haven't used boned in a long time.
Dude, I'm using it now. Hold on. I'm about to ask ChatGPT, what is some 90s slang that I could comfortably bring back in 2023? Okay, am I in trouble for always derailing?
Comfortably is the key word there.
Look, let's see. Is ChatGPT hip? Is it styling? Is it, it's gonna tell me it doesn't know anything past 2021.
I don't know if it's gonna say that, but it's scraping from the 80s and 90s slang, so who knows?
Okay, I got a list. I don't know if you want to know. Oh, come on.
Is it bad?
You know what? These are actually not bad. I feel like a couple of these could come back. Totally. Totally is always in.
Still there.
Rad, I never got into rad because there was like rad was just not for me.
I think I said rad.
I don't know if I could bring back rad. Okay, let's get to some risky ones here. Gag me with a spoon.
Oh, excuse me? That's 90s?
That's 80s. Yeah, I said 80s to 90s.
Gag me with a spoon.
I feel like I could hear somebody say "gag me with a spoon" in 2023, and it would roll off, and I would accept it.
Okay.
You don't think so?
Gagging, yeah, I can. But
gag me
with a spoon. I feel like I would be like, is that from the 50s?
Dude, really? Yo,
yeah.
I feel like I could totally get away with like a gag me, but like you don't. Okay. Let me get another one. Okay, here's a banger. I think she's ready for a comeback. Psych. No?
No, dude. Get the fuck out of here. The only way to use it is like psych. Like,
oh yeah.
How the fuck do you use psych?
Dude, the way they typed it was cool. Like with a P, with PSYCH. Like, okay. All right, I guess you're right.
I guess I would. Okay, hold on. I feel like if you're like you're psyching me out, I could be like, okay, all right.
Oh, but yeah, the way you said it, psych.
No. Nah, get out of here.
I think that was my favorite moment of the podcast ever. Okay. Okay, word. I feel like word still works. Word still works. Ooh, here's one that's not coming back. An exclamation of joy or triumph. Booyah.
No,
it's
dead.
Not coming back.
Booyah, because you have to say it like that. Who ever actually pulled that off, though, is my question. Did anyone ever say it and they were like, that was hot?
Oh, okay. I'm going to end on these two of how the hell did we ever get away with this? Da bomb. That was the bomb.
Yeah. I think da bomb only works if it's written out.
And you're on AOL Instant Messenger in 99. I think that's it.
You da bomb. I'm pretty sure I did definitely say that to somebody I had a crush on.
Also, last one. Oh, snap. It's not coming back. It's giving 2000s.
I want to just freak somebody out though and just do that at a party and be like, oh, snap.
I can't believe you did your gestures.
Oh, snap.
Dude, stop.
I'm going to do it at a UFC fight.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
Oh my God. If I saw someone do that, I'd be like, yo, are you a time traveler? Tell me the truth.
Oh, snap. Dude, you do it way better. There's something in the jaw, the hand, and the shoulders.
I hate it. I hate that it comes naturally to me.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
I'm sweating. I hate this.
I know. I feel like you just, dude, what were you up to? Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
Dude. Now I'm just bringing it back for the pod. Like, you're going to say something crazy and be like, oh, snap.
Booyah.
Last one. Did you ever get to talk to the hand? That's not coming back. It's also not coming back.
It's not, because it's also an action and you have to fully commit to it.
Why did we have so many gestures in the 90s?
I'm not really sure. Do we do anything now that uses our limbs anymore?
You know when kids say that he's got Riz, they always snap. Like, he's got the riz.
That's gotta go, man.
I'm just kidding. Nobody does that. I just made that up. He's got the riz.
They got the riz.
Nobody's listening to the show anymore. Everybody's gone. You know what everybody said? They all said, peace out.
Wait, but for those of you who are here, this is an important medical thing, which I think is very cool. We're bringing it back to AI. AI can detect if you are prone for Alzheimer's and Parkinson's with just a selfie, and I think that's very cool.
Really?
Yeah, it just needs a selfie of your eye, and then it can look into what's the thing that's all the way, the retina? Yeah,
Your
the
retina? No
Yeah.
way. What is that?
I don't know. It's the back of your eye. And if you can do a scan on it and to see if there's like early diagnosis for Parkinson's or Alzheimer's.
Are you serious? Is this like an app or is it like a website?
I forget if it's a website or an app. I think it's something that doctors can help you do. But like that's where it's going, right? And like I always bring it back that this show is all about talking about all the wacky stuff that's happening with AI, but like you gotta learn it too. University of Texas at San Antonio, they just released a degree program. I think it's like a 5-year degree program that is medical. It's medicine with AI. So it's like it's not going anywhere.
We need that. How do we as humans support that in some way? Like what's like, you know what I mean? I feel like especially like, you know, we're like talking about all this AI stuff. Like sure, it's just like our fun little thing, but like how do we push forward in causes that we care about that are involved with AI? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, I think we're doing it in a small way by educating people, you know, educating ourselves first and our listeners that like there are ways to implement what we're doing already right now, but also have to learn it and doing so just so that we can continue on. It's like we are at the brink of when email became a thing. It is the same thing. And oh my God, one of these days we got to watch news programs of how they were dogging on email when it first came about.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so fun to watch those because it is happening with AI. It's going to change everything and it's really easy to dog on it, but yo, we got to learn it too.
I feel like I'm using AI every day for everything. Like looking up 80s slang to bother you with.
The important stuff. Booyah!